Hello, friends. The heroic liberators of the nuclear superpower boast about literally drinking water from a puddle.
Все, пошел. Вот так мы и пьем. Вот лужу в окопе нашли. Черпаем. Вон пиявок сколько. Прямо вот пиявки там плавают. Но лужа большая.
They traveled thousands of kilometers from home to drink water from the dirt. In fact, it is not just a big puddle, but a whole rich soup with leeches.
Вон пиявок сколько там плавает. Вот так мы и двигаемся. Пить-то охота. Большая лужа, да? Все, да, набрал пятерку. Все, отваливаем. Бегом сразу, да? Хоп, пока птичек нет. С лужи воду пьем. Вот так мы пьем с лужи воду. Все, 2 пятерки набрали. Довольны.
These liberator naturalists could have drunk puddle water with leeches at home. It was not necessary to go to Ukraine. In 2022, a Putin soldier was excited about a new washing machine and a toilet. In 2025, a Putin soldier is excited about water from a puddle. A real day of mourning has struck Putin's patriots recently. One of the loudest pro-Kremlin voices, Tigran Kiosayan, has died.
Я передаю всем привет украинским товарищам, врагам, недругам. Мы обязательно будем в Киеве. Рано или поздно. Скорее, кстати, рано. Не хочу вас расстраивать.
Margarita Simonyan, his wife, is also a well-known propagandist in Russia, famous for her statements.
Понимали, что в горячей войне мы Украину победим за 2 дня. Чего ее побеждать-то, господи? Ну, Украина, подавили эти огневые точки. Вот мы в рекламную паузу это обсуждали, да?
The most popular comment under the news of her husband's death was, "So what about the wife? When?" The achievements of Putin's auto industry. Let's take a look at the advantages you'll get if you buy a brand new Lada Largus straight from the dealership for only $21,500.
Как вы думаете, это нормально, что на новом Ларгусе практически за 1 миллион 800 тысяч рублей вместо динамиков стоят поролоновые заглушки? А, ребят, 2025 год на дворе.
I agree, this is absolutely inhumane. Avtovaz engineers, were you thinking with your heads about how to sit in the car for 10 hours without music while waiting in line for fuel?
Вот такие винты сорваны на всем автомобиле, да? То есть, смотрите, комплектация пустая, магнитолы нету, руль пустой, без забивки, без функционала, без регулировки по вылету. Вот, ребят, просто, да? Посмотрите, какая приборка. Она не меняется из года в год.
There's no point anyway when your fuel gauge needle never moves. At this rate, Avtovaz might as well start selling haystacks for horses and donkeys.
Здесь, смотрите, рычаг коробки передач. И вот они, 2 подогрева сидений. Вот так выглядит кондиционер. Климата здесь нету. Сиденье с механической регулировкой по высоте, поясничная зона без регулировок, ни в одной из комплектаций, да, не регулируется. То есть подгонка деталей — это вообще что-то с чем-то. Видите, вот эта резинка, она уже с навья тут как-то не состыкована. Вот такие вот вырезы ковролины здесь.
Dear engineers of the Russian auto industry, stop torturing yourselves. I've got the perfect life hack for you. Just start selling cars as bags of spare parts with a small discount, say for $20,000, and let people assemble them themselves.
Коврики не подходят, что ли? Под это, да, коврики не подходят под крепление. Ларгус, комплектация комфорт. Задний ряд никаких удобств не имеет, да, только стеклоподъемник и все. Ни обогревов, ни розеток, ничего.
Many envious say that in Russia people live in poverty, literally eating the last pieces of bread. But isn't the real criterion of wealth the purchase of all sorts of useless junk for colossal money? Think about it. The most complex mysteries and secrets of the nuclear oil superpower.
Я не понимаю, почему такой серьезный дефицит. А не знаете, с чем это связано? Вот 95-го нигде нет. С чем это связано, никто не знает.
Well, this is a very complicated question. Maybe the Supreme Minister of the Russian oil refining industry could help you somehow. Friends, now is the perfect moment to hit the like button. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you. Putin's Russia is a country of high technology and talented people. And as an example, here's how rusty pipes are repaired in the Tula region with wooden pegs. Did you hear the water trickling? Personally, I think the background soundtrack should have been different. News from the category A Worthy Reward for a Worthy Hero. In Barnaul, the parents of a son who received 5 wounds in the war in Ukraine were generously thanked by local authorities with a pile of rotten sawdust dumped in front of their house.
Вот наша администрация индустриального района родителям привезла дрова.
Который сын воюет.
Да, имеет который 5 ранений и 2 контузии. Это называется халява. Вот дрова мы выбираем с женой. Весь день мучимся. У нее спина болит, а я 2 инфаркта имел. Вот они дрова, это помойка. Это что за дрова?
This isn't firewood, my friend. These are spare parts for pipe repairs.
Это помощь нашей администрации или помощь нашего государства? Вот это вот все дерьмо. Нас дома не было. Я бы их назад отправил, и волю администрации бы вывалил. Что это такое вот? Перебираем, как крысы здесь лазим. Руками. Это наше российское государство? Это где такое видано?
The people who go to kill innocent civilians in a foreign country while shouting that our nation is great and everyone must respect us, and the people who complain that they were given rotten sawdust instead of proper firewood are the same people.
Ни в Америке, ни в Германии такого нету. Там даже к иностранцам.
Сын за вас воюет.
Да, сын воюет. Здоровье родине отдает. И за нас воюет, за всех. А нам такую гадость подсунули.
I'm really curious. Who exactly did this man think was going to attack his city, which is 4,500 kilometers away from the Ukrainian border? It seems the experience of veterans from the Afghan and Chechen wars taught him nothing. Donald Trump finally gathered the courage to say that Putin has gained nothing, not a single piece of new land. He wasted countless lives, burned through massive sums of money, and left the Russian economy spiraling into ruin.
But Russia spent millions and millions of dollars in bombs, missiles, ammunition, and lives, their lives. And they've gained virtually no land. They have put it all out on the line. Their economy is going to hell. They're bombing the hell out of everything, and they're picking up a very little territory, if any. In fact, they're losing some territory. So I think it's been very bad for the reputation of Russia.
It's only been 8 months and 1 week since Trump took office as U.S. president. Friends, place your bets. How long will this newfound clarity last? Erdogan and Trump struck a 10-year deal. Turkey will buy $43 billion worth of American liquefied natural gas. Meanwhile, Russia's much-hyped gas hub project in Turkey, once presented in Moscow as a grand alternative for Europe, was quietly left without a signature. My dear viewers, making content on YouTube is getting harder every day because of blocks and restrictions. But thanks to your support, this channel keeps going. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who keeps supporting the channel with one-time donations in the YouTube comments. You're the best. But if you can, please consider doing it through Patreon or buy me a coffee instead. That way, your support reaches me much more directly. YouTube takes a 30% cut, while those platforms only take around 10%. Plus, you get extra perks. For example, with a Patreon subscription starting at just $3 per month, you get early access to new videos and exclusive content not available anywhere else, like the raw, unfiltered testimony of a Russian paratrooper dragged into the invasion of Ukraine without warning or choice. He exposes the chaos, corruption, and cruelty inside the army, and how telling the truth made him a target of the FSB. A very special thank you goes out to those of you who, on top of your Patreon membership, still find a way to support me through one-time donations on Buy Me a Coffee. If heaven exists, I'm sure there's a warm and well-lit corner there, reserved just for you. Right now, I have 58 incredible patrons. Only 2 more to reach 60, and we're waiting for you. Not saying goodbye. See you soon.